So is that a bad thing, people? I think that's a bad thing. This is what happens when you drive your vehicle and apparently your water to antifreeze mix level is wrong and it's frozen in your radiator. I see some more steam back here, but I hope that's just burning off where it's spewed everywhere else. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my GP. Today we're going to change out a radiator in the ice and snow. It's about 5 degrees outside. I was driving to get some coffee this morning and I didn't realize it, but the antifreeze had frozen in my radiator and it cracked right here. So I bought one down at the local auto parts house and I'm going to go pick it up and we'll change this thing out. I'll try to convince my wife to let me get in the garage. Otherwise it's going to be a cold morning. Real simple process. Basically I jack up the rear as high as I can comfortably get it, get something under here and drain the radiator. Okay, I got myself some garage space, not as cold but still miserable. So I've drained the radiator. So the next thing we're going to do is remove the fan shroud, 4 bolts on each side, just to loosen it off. Then we're going to remove 3 bolts on each side to take the radiator off. I've already removed the upper hose. We need to crawl down in the wet nasty and remove the lower hose. And because I'm an automatic transmission, there's 2 in the middle for the automatic transmission cooler as well. So we'll pull those 4 hoses and 10 bolts off. Then we should be able to slide the radiator right out. Slide the new radiator in and bolt everything up. So let's see what happens. Okay, so our radiator's out. A tip I just learned is remove the bottom radiator hoses prior to taking out all 6 of these bolts that hold the radiator to the grill. Makes it a lot easier to get a little oomph on these. So you can see where the outlet hose for the radiator and my 2 automatic transmission lines went. If you're a manual, you're lucky, you don't have to deal with those 2. So that's out. So here's my new one. It's just advanced auto. It's not super fancy, but it matches. So we're going to be good enough. So next steps are to go inside and warm up because it's like 10 degrees in my garage. Okay, so we've got the old radiator out and here's the new one. I think we've already talked about that. So the next steps for getting the new radiator back in, we will take the shroud and put it down and push it back up over the fan as far as we can. We will then slide the new radiator down and attach the radiator to the grill. Once we've done that, we can either attach the shroud to the radiator or attach all the hoses on the lower end. Automatic transmission for 3 for me. If you're manual, just the regular lower radiator hose. So we'll get started on that. So one little piece of trouble I ran into, the stock automatic transmission cooler lines would not screw into the new radiator because of this metal piece sticking out. I couldn't get it to slide out, so I just cut the line. And then my new radiator came with 2 different types of adapters, and obviously I used the other one, but it looked about the same. And I just slid this up into the new hose and put the existing hose clamp on it, and it screwed in just fine. So just wanted to point that out to you guys. Look at your new radiator and see if your existing ones will screw in. If not, make sure you have a different plug to screw in. Okay, so here we are with the newly installed radiator. I've already filled it up. I think I got about a 50-50 ratio, but there was already some water in there, so it's probably a little less than 50-50. I got 1 gallon of water distilled and 1 gallon of antifreeze in there. So I did put, one other tip I noticed, when you're putting these 3 bolts in to hold the radiator down, the bottommost bolt on this radiator support bracket was slotted, So I could have put these two bottom bolts in first, and that would have made my life a whole lot easier, because it's hard to get that third one with a crescent or a 1/4 inch socket. Yeah, so I took it for a test drive. Everything's running good. Heater's blowing hot. It stayed cool. So after getting everything installed, flushed, I added 1 gallon of coolant and 1 gallon of water, distilled, and it looks like I should add a little more coolant. I'm at -18 freeze over Celsius, so 0, but I really should be up here at the -37 line near the top. So I'm going to drain some water out and add some more coolant. Same with my boil over. It should be up there at that second one from the top, and it's not. So I'm going to boil over too early and freeze again. So let me drain some water and add some coolant, and we'll be done. So thanks for tuning in to my Jeep Heap on a radiator swap video. If you take away anything from this video, I hope it's that you keep your antifreeze mix proper and check it every once in a while. And when it's below 0 outside, you put a heater or something on before you fire the Jeep and let it warm up and blow your radiator up. You guys have a great day. Check out some of my other videos. If you have any questions, put them in the posts or email me or whatnot. All right, thanks.